Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluency Conversation Hub. I'm Emma, and today we are going to talk about a problem that many English learners experience, especially when they are speaking with someone in real life. You understand the question, you know what the other person is saying, and you probably have many ideas inside your mind, but when it is your turn to answer, you only say one word, such as yes, no, fine, maybe, or sometimes. Then the conversation becomes quiet, the other person does not know what to say next, and you may start feeling nervous because you think your English is not good enough.
And I'm Daniel. I completely understand that situation because giving short answers can feel safe when you are learning English. When someone asks, "Did you enjoy your weekend?" it is much easier to say, yes, than to explain where you went, what you did, who you met, and how you felt. However, one-word answers can make a conversation feel cold or uncomfortable, even when you do not mean to be unfriendly. The good news is that you do not need advanced vocabulary or perfect grammar to give better answers. You only need to learn how to add one or two useful details.
Exactly. Today, we are going to show you how to change short, one-word answers into natural, interesting, and confident responses. We will give you simple formulas, real-life examples, and speaking practice that you can use in daily conversations, at university, at work, while traveling, or when meeting new people.
So stay with us until the end, because we will also do a challenge in which Emma asks me several common questions. I will first give a boring one-word answer and then improve it into a much better response.
Let us begin with a very simple example. Daniel, how are you today?
Fine.
And that is the end of the conversation.
Exactly. My answer is grammatically correct, and there is nothing wrong with the word fine, but it does not give you anything to respond to. You asked me how I was, I said, fine, and now you have to work hard to find another question.
Now let us try the same question again. Daniel, how are you today?
I'm doing quite well, although I felt a little tired this morning because I stayed up late finishing some work. After having breakfast and taking a short walk, I started feeling much more energetic, so now I'm ready for the day.
That answer is much better because now I have several things I can ask about. I can ask why you stayed up late, what kind of work you were doing, where you went for your walk, or what you had for breakfast. A longer answer naturally gives the other person more opportunities to continue the conversation.
This is one of the most important ideas in today's lesson. A good answer does not simply answer the question. A good answer also gives the other person something to talk about.
And remember, you do not always need to give a very long answer. Sometimes one extra sentence is enough. Instead of saying, fine, you can say, I'm fine, but I've had a very busy morning. That small detail immediately makes your answer sound more natural.
Here is a simple formula that you can use whenever someone asks you a question. First, give your direct answer. Second, add a reason or detail. Third, return the conversation by asking a question.
Let us call this the answer, detail, return formula.
For example, imagine someone asks, "Do you like coffee?" A one-word answer would be, yes.
Using the formula, you could say, yes, I really enjoy coffee, especially in the morning because it helps me feel more awake. What about you? Do you prefer coffee or tea?
The direct answer is, yes, I really enjoy coffee. The detail is, especially in the morning because it helps me feel more awake. Then you return the conversation by asking, what about you?
This formula is useful because you do not have to create a perfect speech every time someone asks you a question. You only need to remember 3 simple steps: answer the question, add a detail, and ask something back. Let us practice with some common questions. Daniel, do you like traveling?
Yes.
That answer is correct, but it is too short. Can you improve it?
Yes, I love traveling because it gives me the chance to experience different cultures, taste new food, and see places that I have only watched in videos. I especially enjoy visiting cities where I can walk around, talk to local people, and discover small restaurants that are not very popular with tourists.
That sounds natural and interesting. Now the listener knows that you like culture, food, walking, and local experiences.
Also, notice that I did not use extremely difficult vocabulary. I used common words, but I connected them to create a more complete answer.
Here is another example. Imagine someone asks, "Do you watch movies?" A short answer is, yes. A better answer is, yes, I watch movies quite often, especially on weekends when I have more free time. I usually enjoy mystery and comedy films because I like stories that either make me think or help me relax after a stressful week.
And you can make the answer even more conversational by adding, "Have you watched anything interesting recently?"
That final question is very useful because it moves the conversation away from an interview style. You are no longer waiting for the other person to keep asking you questions. You are actively participating.
Many learners also struggle when the answer is no. They think that after saying no, there is nothing else to add. However, you can always explain why, mention an alternative, or talk about a related experience.
For example, Daniel, do you play football?
No.
Improve it.
No, I don't play football because I have never been very good at team sports. However, I enjoy watching important matches with my friends, especially when everyone becomes excited and starts discussing which team will win.
Very good. You said no, but you added information about watching football and spending time with friends.
Here is another example. Someone asks, "Do you enjoy cooking?" Instead of saying, "No," you could say, "Not really. I can prepare a few simple meals, but I usually do not enjoy spending a long time in the kitchen. I prefer making quick dishes that do not require too many ingredients."
You can also mention something you prefer. For example, I don't really enjoy cooking, but I love trying food from different restaurants.
Exactly. When your answer is negative, try using phrases such as, "Not really because I don't usually, but I do enjoy. I haven't tried it yet, although it's not really my thing, but..."
These phrases sound much more natural than a simple no. Now let us talk about one of the most common one-word answers in English, fine. When someone asks, "How are you?" many learners automatically say, "Fine." Native speakers also use this answer, but if you always say, "Fine," your conversations can become repetitive.
You can replace fine with more specific answers depending on how you actually feel. You could say, "I'm doing well. I've had a productive morning, so I'm feeling quite positive." You could say, "I'm a little tired today because I didn't sleep very well last night, but I'm managing." You could say, "I'm feeling great because I finally finished a project that had been taking up most of my time."
You can even be honest without sharing too much personal information. For example, "I've had a difficult day, but I'm hoping the evening will be more relaxing."
That is an important point. Giving a longer answer does not mean that you must tell people every private detail about your life. You can still choose how much information you want to share.
For example, if you do not want to explain everything, you can say, "I'm a bit stressed because I have a lot going on at the moment, but I'll be okay." That answer is honest, natural, and still private.
One of the easiest ways to make an answer longer is to use the word because.
Exactly. If you do not know what else to say, give your answer and then explain why.
For example, "Do you like studying English?" "Yes, because it helps me communicate with people from different countries." "Are you busy today?" "Yes, because I have several assignments to finish before tomorrow." Do you like rainy weather? Not really, because I prefer going outside when the weather is bright and sunny.
The word because forces your brain to add a reason. Once you add a reason, your answer immediately becomes more complete.
Let us practice. Emma, do you enjoy waking up early?
Yes, because the morning is usually quiet, and I can organize my thoughts before the day becomes busy. I also feel more productive when I complete important tasks before lunchtime.
Do you like shopping?
Sometimes, because I enjoy looking for useful things, but I do not like crowded shopping centers. If I need something specific, I usually prefer shopping online because it saves time. That is another useful technique. You do not always have to choose only yes or no. You can say, sometimes, usually, not always, it depends, or only when. Another common one-word answer is maybe. Imagine that your friend asks, "Are you coming to the party tonight?" and you answer, maybe.
The problem is that your friend still does not understand your situation. Are you busy? Are you unsure about the time? Do you not want to go? Are you waiting for someone else?
A better answer would be, maybe. I still have some work to finish, but if I complete it before 7, I'll probably come for an hour.
Or you could say, I'm not completely sure yet because I may need to help my brother this evening. I should be able to give you a definite answer later.
These answers are much clearer and more respectful because the other person understands why you are uncertain.
One-word answers can be especially damaging during a job interview. An interviewer may ask, "Are you comfortable working in a team?" If you only say, "Yes," the interviewer learns almost nothing about you.
A stronger answer would be, yes, I'm comfortable working in a team because I enjoy discussing ideas and learning from people with different skills. In my previous university project, I worked with 4 other students, and we divided the work according to each person's strengths. That experience taught me how important communication and responsibility are when working toward a shared goal.
That answer includes a direct response, a reason, and an example. Examples are powerful because they prove that your answer is based on real experience.
Here is another interview question. Can you work under pressure? A weak answer is, yes. A stronger answer is, yes, I can work under pressure, although I try to stay organized so that stressful situations do not become overwhelming. When I have several deadlines, I make a list of priorities, divide larger tasks into smaller steps, and focus on completing one important task at a time.
You do not need to memorize these exact answers. Instead, learn the structure, answer, explain, and give an example.
Now imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. They ask, "Where are you from?" You answer, "Pakistan." That answer is not wrong, but it does not help the conversation move forward.
You could say, I'm from Pakistan, and I grew up in a city in Punjab. It is a busy place with friendly people and amazing food, although the summers can become extremely hot.
Now the other person can ask about Punjab, the food, the weather, or your hometown.
If someone asks, "What do you do?" do not simply say, "Student." You could say, I'm currently a university student, and I'm studying pharmacy. I chose this field because I'm interested in how medicines work and how pharmacists can help patients use them safely.
Again, a few details make your answer sound confident and complete.
Sometimes learners give one-word answers because they need more time to think. They know they should say more, but they cannot organize their thoughts quickly.
In that situation, use a thinking phrase. These expressions give you a few extra seconds. That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment. I've never really thought about it, but I would probably say, that depends on the situation.
For example, if someone asks, "What is your biggest goal for the future?" you do not have to answer immediately. You can say, That's an interesting question. I would probably say that my biggest goal is to build a career that allows me to continue learning while also helping other people. I'm still exploring different possibilities, but I know that I want to do meaningful work. The thinking phrase makes you sound calm and thoughtful instead of nervous.
A conversation is not a test. You do not have to keep answering question after question. You should also ask questions.
A useful phrase is, "What about you?" For example, I usually spend my weekends relaxing at home or meeting a few close friends. What about you? I've been studying English for nearly 2 years, although I only started practicing speaking recently. How long have you been learning? I prefer tea because coffee sometimes makes me feel restless. What do you normally drink in the morning?
When you ask a follow-up question, the conversation becomes balanced. You show the other person that you are interested in them, and you also get a short break from speaking. Let us demonstrate a conversation filled with one-word answers. Daniel, imagine that we have just met at a university event. Hi, I'm Emma. What's your name?
Daniel.
Nice to meet you, Daniel. Are you a student here?
Yes.
What are you studying?
Business.
Do you enjoy it?
Sometimes.
Are you from this city?
No.
Did you come here alone?
Yes.
Okay, I think I need to go now.
That conversation felt uncomfortable because Emma had to do all the work. Even though I was answering every question, I did not show much interest or personality.
Let us try it again. Hi, I'm Emma. What's your name?
Hi Emma, I'm Daniel. It's nice to meet you. I actually arrived a little early, so I've been walking around trying to understand where everything is.
Nice to meet you too, Daniel. Are you a student here?
Yes, I'm studying business management. I'm in my second year, and this semester I'm taking a course on digital marketing, which has been much more interesting than I expected. What about you?
I'm studying communication. Do you enjoy your course?
Most of the time, yes. Some subjects involve a lot of theory, which can be difficult, but I really enjoy group projects because they give me a chance to work on practical ideas. Are you enjoying communication?
Yes, especially the courses related to media and public speaking. Are you from this city?
No, I moved here last year from a smaller town about 3 hours away. Living in a big city was overwhelming at first, but now I enjoy having more places to visit and more opportunities to meet people.
That conversation feels completely different. Daniel sounds friendly, interested, and confident, even though he is using relatively simple English.
Now it is time for our speaking challenge. Emma will ask me 5 common questions. First, I will give a one-word answer. Then I will improve it.
Question 1. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes. A better answer would be, yes, I had a really enjoyable weekend. I spent Saturday relaxing at home and watching a documentary, and on Sunday I met an old friend for lunch. We had not seen each other for several months, so we had a lot to talk about.
Question 2. Do you exercise?
Sometimes. A better answer would be, I exercise 2 or 3 times a week, although I'm not always consistent. I usually go for a walk or do a short workout at home because I find it easier than going to a gym.
Question 3. Are you good at cooking?
No. A better answer would be, not really. I can cook a few basic dishes, but I still need to follow recipes carefully. I'm trying to improve because eating restaurant food every day can become expensive.
Question 4. What kind of music do you like?
Pop. A better answer would be, I mostly listen to pop music because I like songs with energetic rhythms and memorable lyrics. However, when I'm studying, I usually listen to calm instrumental music because it helps me concentrate.
Question 5. Are you busy tomorrow?
Maybe. A better answer would be, I might be busy in the morning because I have a meeting and a few tasks to complete, but I should be free after 3 in the afternoon. Why do you ask?
Excellent. Now, listeners, pause the podcast after each question and create your own answer. Remember to give your direct answer, add at least one detail, and ask a question back when possible.
Before we finish, here are 5 phrases that can help you expand almost any answer. Number 1. The main reason is that. Number 2. For example. Number 3. It depends, but usually. Number 4. I used to, but now. Number 5. What about you?
Let us put them into answers. I enjoy studying at night. The main reason is that my house is quieter, and I can concentrate without interruptions. I like learning through videos. For example, I often watch short lessons and repeat the sentences aloud. It depends, but usually I spend my weekends at home because I need time to rest. I used to feel very nervous when speaking English, but now I try to focus on communicating instead of being perfect. I've never traveled abroad, but I would love to visit another country in the future. What about you? The next time someone asks you a question in English, do not put pressure on yourself to create a perfect answer. Simply try to add one more sentence. Instead of yes, say yes, because. Instead of a no, say not really, but. Instead of a fine, explain how your day has been. Instead of a maybe, explain what is making you uncertain.
Your goal is not to speak for 5 minutes every time someone asks a simple question. Your goal is to give enough information to keep the conversation alive.
Longer answers will also improve your English because they force you to connect ideas, explain reasons, describe experiences, and use more vocabulary. The more you practice, the easier it will become.
Here is your challenge for today. Choose 5 common questions such as, how are you? What do you do? What did you do yesterday? What kind of food do you like? And, what are your plans for the weekend? Record yourself answering each question for at least 20 seconds.
Then listen to your recording and ask yourself, did I give a clear answer? Did I add a reason or example? Did I give the listener something they could respond to?
You may feel uncomfortable at first, but that is completely normal. Speaking confidently is a skill, and every skill becomes stronger through practice.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We hope this lesson helps you stop giving one-word answers and start having longer, more natural English conversations.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember that you do not need perfect English to have a meaningful conversation.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, take care and keep your conversations going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.